Hi Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. You have found me at Mandy Mead Stitches. This is my little corner of YouTube where I like to talk about cross stitch. It's all cross stitch today, no quilting. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, and you'll probably see that I'm in a different location than usual. I usually set up in my craft room, but my husband and my kids are not here today. So I decided to sit down here because I had some good light and just thought I'd have a different background, and I actually didn't have a quilt to hang up, so that's why the new location. So this is a hutch that my husband built me this year, and I really like it. It sits in our kitchen, and I basically right now it's just got decor in it, put cross stitch on it. And some other random things like that little elephant thing is something my son made at preschool. And there is still my like March wordplay that I haven't finished April or May. And then yeah, I'm pretty sure I've shown all these things before, but there's that side. So yeah, a little bit of redone, a little bit of, that's that. It's been, I think, about 2 weeks since my last video. Today it's actually Flosstube 31, I believe. And it's Thursday evening. The 27th of May. It's Memorial Day weekend. That's why my husband's gone. He is driving up to West Virginia with my kids. I have to work on Saturday and Sunday, so he kind of said instead of sitting at home with them, he would go and visit his family, which is fine. I'm sad I don't get to go, but honestly, having some alone time sounds kind of wonderful. Where if you're new, we live in Georgia. My husband is from West Virginia, and it's about an 8-hour-ish drive from where we are. So he left today, and then they'll be back on Monday. And yeah, I missed filming last week because I was at a wedding. My brother got married. It was a really good. It was a really good wedding. I'm from Washington, so we flew back to Washington State. It was kind of a whirlwind trip because we left super early on a Wednesday, and then we got in super late on Sunday and had to work Monday morning, which that was rough, but it really worth it. We were at an awesome house in Leavenworth, Washington. So it's, if you're not familiar with Washington State, it's like a little Bavarian town in the mountains. It's about an hour and a half from Seattle. And it was just great. They rented this VRBO or vacation rental by owner house that like slept 20 people. It was huge. It was right on the Wenatchee River. It was gorgeous. And the bride and groom are happy, and it was good family time. So it was a small wedding, like 25 people or something like that, and most of us stayed in the house. So it was kind of a celebratory weekend. I got hardly any stitching done. I brought stitching and I thought I'd have a lot of time, but I ended up just hanging out and socializing with family and friends and stuff. My dogs are in the house, so I'm sorry if you can hear their claws walking around. We have like a linoleum floor. Hopefully they'll be quiet. I tried to leave them outside, but our like back door is kind of on that side, back door to the yard, and they were jumping on it to try to get in. So yeah, I apologize if it's noisy. I think that's it for life update. I had a really good time at the wedding. That weekend was really much needed. And now I'm kind of looking forward to some alone time. It'll be lonely a little bit, but I'm going to get my hair cut tomorrow, so hence this terrible hairstyle. It's just been driving me crazy. Too long and too thick. Anyways, hopefully if you're not here for that, you've skipped forward to the stitching portion of the video. And I will get started. Because I didn't do a whole lot of stitching, I feel like I don't have a ton to show you. A little bit of haul, a little bit of whips, but I do have one finish that I finished before I left. This is the USA jar by Stitching with the Housewives. It's stitched on 14 count, chalkboard Ada. I think it's mostly the called for colors. Or I just pulled from Stash, but I know this jar is called for Rain Shower by Classic Colorworks. It has some really nice variegation. So that was my one finish. And then as far as whips go, it is Mania. I was supposed to be working on Mania things I started last year in Mania, but I don't know, it wasn't calling to me, so just pulled up random things. So this one is called Green Damsel. It's by Ink Circles. Sorry, I don't have the cover photo. But here's my progress. It's dragonflies, and it's like a mandala of dragonflies. It's only 3 colors, and I'm using this Stitchy Box silks, flower silks, and a brown, a green, and a orange. So, and it's stitched on a Be Stitch Me Lugana. I don't remember the colorway. Sorry. And then next whip. Sorry. I'm so close to done with this. It's Stars and Stripes Forever by Bent Creek. I just have to fill in the red words, I think. This way's up. The white does show up in person, but it's mostly going to be red letters. Lexi. Sorry, she was trying to eat. Mostly going to be red letters. It's stitched on Be Stitch Me Sandstorm 16 count Ada with floss from Stash. So, yep, I'll get that finished soon, hopefully. Sorry, putting it away. Next, I showed this last week, and I think I only put a little bit more work into it, but this is called Around the Sun by Ink Circles. There's my progress. This is on a piece of Dark Storm Cloud 36 count linen from To Die For Fabrics, and I'm stitching it with silks that I had in my stash. Sorry, I don't feel like inserting cover photos, so if you have a question about one, ask me, but I'm feeling lazy. So next, this one was actually part of my Whip Go. I started it in Whip Go last year, and I haven't worked on it since. It's called Harvest Keeper by Plum Street Samplers. And you don't think I put much, nope, did not put much work into it. I think it goes this way. So it's just the far right border. That's it. Stitching with I think some called for, some just from Stash that are similar. I really like this pattern. It's pretty big. Oh, it's stitched on Sandstone by Be Stitch Me, which was a fabric of the month, 16 count Ada. Started it in Mania last year. Like I said, I only worked on it that day. Pulled it out one other day for Mania this year, and we'll see how much more work I put into it. Okay, these projects came with me, but like I said, I didn't hardly put any work into them because I just didn't. And honestly, this is the Modern Folk Embroidery 2021 stitch along. I was hoping to put a lot of time into this, and like I said, I didn't. It's stitched on 36 count Be Stitch Me, called That's My Jam. All I did was these little berries. So this is part 1. I'm so far behind because they're on May, part 5 or whatever. I'm stitching it in DMC color 168. one strand over 2. Almost done. I guess all of these, I brought this with me, but I, again, didn't put a lot of work into it. All bundled up by Brenda Gervais with the needle and thread. This was a Mania start last year. I think I've worked on it a few times since then. But I brought this because I thought it'd be a good fill-in project. And then I just didn't work on stuff. So I filled in the hat. And yeah, got some black for that snowman. It's stitched on 16 count toast. Ada maybe stitched me. With, it's not the called for colors, but it's similar colors. Well, no, it's a conversion. It's similar-ish, but My Life with Miss Sassy did a conversion. She just changed some of the stuff, and I copied her. Okay, this is the big one that I was supposed to work on every day, and I did really good up until we left. And for a screw, I got, I put a picture of this on Instagram. I got all the way across the top. So yeah, that felt good. This is the whole width of the piece. And that tree is the bottom. So I just have to fill it all in. But yeah, I mean, this thing's a beast. And I'll probably pull this out again soon and keep putting stitches into it. It just takes a lot of brain power, and I've been pretty tired this week. Just because of, you know, we traveled, we got in really late on. So our flight left Seattle on Sunday at 4 p.m. Seattle time. And so we landed at like 11:30 in Atlanta. And then we had to drive for like 2 hours. So we didn't get into bed until probably 3 on Sunday night. And then I had to be up for work at like 6:30. I had to be into work at 8. And so I got, 3 hours of sleep or so. And the kids did not sleep on the plane. So the baby slept for an hour, but it's a 4-hour flight. So it was a long day. I don't think I stitched when I got home that night. I was too tired. And then the last 3 nights I did stitch, but it was minimal. This is my last whip. Halloween sampler by Cottage Garden Samplings. This is my oldest whip. I really want to finish it this year. And I've actually got a decent amount of stitching done on it. So, I mean, and it's just words. It's stitched on a piece of 14 count parchment by Picture This Plus. It's with the called for fancy floss. It's Gentle Arts, but it doesn't look like the picture. This die lot is different. This, on the picture, the letters have more like blue, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm liking it. The more I get filled out, the more I like it. So that's good. I did change this. You can't really see it good in the video, but there's a yellow there and there's a yellow star there that my called for Gentle Art was orange. It wasn't yellow. I can't remember what the called for was, but I changed it to a yellow. That's actually not key lime pie. Click right here, I'll show you. Ohio lemon pie. The called for was like orange marmalade, or it was some, it might have been this one, but it was orange. I don't know. I hope, I'm probably going to keep working on that one until it's done, actually, because I kind of want to push for a finish on it. And that's it for my whips. Like I said, not a whole lot of stitching. I kind of lost my stitchy bug a little bit, but it's coming back. There's some haul. So I was in Color and Cotton Thread of the Month from Threads Entwined. She has since stopped that club because Threads Entwined because Color and Cotton is kind of behind on dyeing. So I have actually one more month that has to ship, but this is like February's maybe, and I got it just recently. But Color and Con's my favorite. Yeah, I'd probably say it's my favorite floss. So there's Medallion, Medieval's a good gray, Melon, Mahogany, that's a nice brown, Majesty, ooh, that's pulling out. It's a little bit purplier. Mango, yeah, well, it's not great for the lighter colors. Maple Syrup, Marina, Mars, and Marsh. So like I said, there's one more shipment and that club's over, which makes me kind of sad. I really liked that club. Ooh. I got my Color and Cotton March fabric of the month from Crazy Annie Stitchin'. See, Color and Cotton's behind. I get the 28 Lugana fat quarter. It's called Aged Paper. It's a really good neutral. I'm in the neutrals club. So that's nice. And then I placed an order with Fat Quarter Shop for something for quilting, but I added this book on for my friend, my Blackbird. And then they had this fiber on a whim in the color Cream and Sugar 28 count linen. It's just a good cream. And then some patterns I got from Noodlecase Goodies. I think these are new releases for like the last 2 months. So this one, A Plant of Rapid Growth by Heartstring Samplery. This Teresa Colgate one, which I actually got this floss too from a different shop. So I'll probably start that pretty quick. What's it called? You can read it there. Stitch Silhouettes Quaker, which is fun. Fun. Always remember this. These are the new Plum Street releases. This one's my favorite, and I'm gonna go pull the floss to stitch this and probably start it this weekend. I don't know, something about that house, those eagles. The colors are so pretty. I know I don't have the called for linen. I should have a good bit of the called for fancy floss though. What is the called for linen? Oh, it's a fox and rabbit. It's called eucalyptus, but I'm sure I have something that'll work. Plum Street, the Equality Sampler. This one's a big one. And I don't really know why I like it, but I do. It's just, there's a lot to look at. It says, we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men and women are created equal. I don't know, I just like that. Flirting, it's cute. I think this is more like Christmassy themed. I don't know why, but I guess maybe because they're riding reindeer. Flag, Flock, and Sheep Keep. I like this one. My dog is not, I think these are supposed to be border collies, and my dog is not a border collie. She's a Australian Shepherd, but kind of close. They're a similar herding breed. And then this Hedgerow, super cute. I have a couple of her other rows like this. Not rows. They're all like stacked animals. I haven't stitched any. I haven't. And then this Threadwork Primitives Patriotic Rose. I just thought it was pretty. Can you see a beam? Patriotic. And then Cricklewood Crossing. Is that her name? I think that's what it is. On Etsy. I really like her bags. Her project bags. So she had a shop update and I got 2 of them. This one is turtles. Says my heart belongs to the sea. And then I just like the little touches she does. She does this little like handmade, or no, made with love charm, and then a little turtle zipper pull. And just I really like these bags. Like the vinyl's super thick. And the padding is thick. I just like them. And then I also got this vintage trucks one, and I like how she does the embroidery. That's kind of fun. One Nation Under God. And there's the back. And the little Statue of Liberty. Well, and the stars is hard to tell, or the background is like a tone. That's it. 20 minutes, pretty quick. So yeah, that's my update. Thanks for checking in on me. I think I'm gonna try to get on Virtual Stitchers Facebook group this weekend too, just to have some company, I guess. I mean, I do work 2 days, so, but it's amazing how much time I feel like I have with the kids being gone. So tonight I think I'm gonna organize my fabric stash, which sounds both fun and intimidating. I'm kind of trying to not destash per se, but organize better. You look sleepy. So yeah, that's all I have to say. If you liked my video, I would love it if you would like it and subscribe and leave me a comment. And I really appreciate the people that comment every week. Like it does feel, I guess I make this for you guys because I don't know, it weirdly feels like you're catching up with friends. And I think that's different because I'm sitting in a room by myself talking to my computer, but I'll just act like I'm talking to you. Okay. Anyways, thanks for tuning in and I hope you have a good weekend. I hope to be back next week. Yep. Happy stitching, everybody.